Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, ghost scholars and ghost schools. The Technical Education and Skills Development Authority is in hot water after a commission on audit report reveals it spent millions on irregular and non-existent programs. How did it get here and where did the money go? TESDA Director General Mamondiong joins us live. And later, are you feeling toxic? Check out this Britney Spears themed ramen cafe in Manila. That's for today's In Focus. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. The Commission on Audit finds irregularities in the Training for Work Scholarship Program of the Technical Skills Development Authority, or TESDA. In its 2017 report of the agency, COA says TESDA paid 9.3 million pesos to a technical vocational institute despite questionable scholars and training reports to support the payment. The report says TESDA Manila failed to monitor and validate the actual computer trainings and verify the existence of 310 scholars of AMMA Computer College in Santa Mesa, Manila. Also, COA finds another technical vocational institution that received more than 1 million pesos but does not exist. What went wrong? And could there really be other ghost schools under TESDA? Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have TESDA Director General Mamondiong. Sir, welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much for coming.
Sir, alam niyo ho nung nag-guest kayo before and there have been a number of press releases. Sinasabi niyo itong ghost scholars, matatapos na po ito. What have you done so far regarding this?
When I asked you always to check on this problem, we conducted a national audit of, technical national audit of more than 4,000 training centers all over the country. More than 4,000. In fact, we have 288 training centers all over the country. On the part of TESDA, we are running 123 training institutes all over the country.
123?
123.
Out of the 4,000?
Out of the 4,000 plus. Okay, now, after the technical audit, we have closed 175 training centers, okay, because we were not compliant with the training regulations and the requirements of TESDA. What are these? We call this capacity, absorptive capacity. When we talk of absorptive capacity, we talk of facilities of the school, we talk of workshop, we talk of rooms, lecture rooms, we took up equipment and the trainers. And if you lack any one of these, then you are automatically closed.
175 have been closed so far since you became Director General in 2016.
In 2016.
But you said that's about 4,000 plus, sir. So to this date, ilan pa ho ang mga training centers?
Less than 4,000 na po ang naging natitira dito, no? But we have conducted a national inspection of all these training centers likewise to look at the exclusive program of TESDA. And we are now currently evaluating the result of the inspection. By the second week of September, we'll be coming out with the result of the inspection.
So right now you have almost 4,000 still validated training centers from above 4,000, sir, because you closed 175. Sir, maybe it's best for you to explain to us, ano ho ba itong mga technical, yun hong tawag na TVIs, Technical Vocational Institutions, and how does it work with TESDA?
Now, actually, these TVIs, or private training centers, are our partners implementing our exclusive program. Kasi po, hindi po kaya ng ating pamahalaan na lahat ito ay bibigyan ng skills training because the 123 training centers of TESDA could not accommodate these trainees because we are talking of hundreds of thousands of beneficiaries of TESDA. So we are tapping the private sector. We are coordinating with the private sector. And so, in the beginning, when I assumed office, I started addressing the problem by adopting the tendering system.
By adopting what, sir?
Tendering system po.
Okay.
What do you mean by tendering system? We require the schools to submit to us, prove to us their capacity to absorb the training.
I see.
And they have to prove to us that they have the schools, they have the facilities, they have the equipment, they have the trainers.
And they're not just ghost training centers.
Not just ghost training centers.
So, ni-require nyo po yun.
Ni-require po
But
natin
isn't that basic, sir? Hindi ho ba basic yun?
It's really basic, but we really have to find out if they have the capacity.
So, they have to prove to you that they are capable.
Capable, that is
So, they prove it what? Through the statements of what, sir? Their assets? Through what? How do they
actual
prove?
assets po. Actual assets. Po.
Okay. And how do you validate that what they're saying is actually true?
Now, we require our provincial officers of TESDA to conduct the monitoring as well as the validation of the reports or the submissions coming from the private training centers.
So, give us your status, yung mga training
That is
centers,
right, that is
sinasabi
right,
nyo,
that is right.
sa provincial directors. Si provincial director also is responsible for checking
Yes,
if indeed they are giving you the correct data.
That is true. That is
Okay.
true po.
So, ganun po yun.
Ganun po yung precision.
Okay. In 1 year, sir, magkano ho ba ang budget ng TESDA para sa mga TVIs or sa mga technical vocational institutions?
More than 2 billion lang po ang natatanggap namin, starting from 2.5, 2.4, then up to 2.9
A year?
a year.
Okay. So, yung
That's for scholarship programs.
For what, sir?
That is for scholarship programs. So
Okay.
training.
Yung mga training. In other words, sir, the 2 billion pesos per year goes to this almost 4,000 training centers.
Yeah, that's right.
So here's the problem, sir. COA comes in, and it's a very long document, no? And it said that, let's break it down, sir. There were 2 TVIs that were in question. Unahin na po natin, AMMA Computer College. It says there that COA says TESDA paid, yung una po in 2015, 9.3 million pesos to AMMA Computer College. In there, this is just one branch, in their Santa Mesa campus for the training of 310 scholars for computer program language for 2015. Let's put this into context, sir. Hindi pa ho kayo Director General ng TESDA during that time.
That happened in 2015, actually.
All right. But COA came up with this very recently. So here it is, sir. If you divide that, which I did, 9.3 million pesos, to how many students is this? 310 scholars. Lumalabas po 30,000 per scholar.
Opo.
Is that a fair amount, sir?
I believe so.
Hindi ho mataas, hindi mababa?
Hindi po mataas.
Okay lang yon.
Okay lang.
You don't see a problem with that?
I don't think there is a problem on the cost of the training.
Okay lang yon. 30,000 seems right. Okay. And then this is the problem that COA sees. So, 9.3 million for 310 scholars. The 195 students were not reached, sir, due to various reasons such as cell phone unattended or out of coverage, cannot be reached, invalid, incorrect, non-existing number, wrong number, or the number does not belong to the scholars. 195 out of the 310, sir, could not be found. How is that possible, sir? More than half, or let's put that at, I don't know, sir, 70% of the 9.3 million pesos, 310 scholars could not be found?
There were calls to contact these beneficiaries or scholars. But the thing is, hindi naman lahat yan may cell phones or may phone, no? So that could be the possible reason. But the thing that I appreciate with AMMA is because they returned the whole amount, di ba?
Yeah. Binalik naman.
Paid for 310 scholars, imagine that. Di po ba? So, in fairness to them, they have returned the entire amount paid to them by TESDA. Secondly, they have dismissed immediately the school administrator involved.
In the Santa Mesa branch.
Santa Mesa branch.
Sir, but is it enough that AMMA returns 9.3 million? They returned 7.8 million in 2017, very recently.
They returned another
And then they returned
tranche.
1.5 million in 2018. That covers the 9.3 million,
Opo.
sir. But my question is that enough? Meron ho bang naging posibleng sabwatan between somebody in the TVI and somebody in TESDA?
Immediately after I assumed office, I sensed already that there is something wrong with the system. I reshuffled all our regional directors, all provincial directors, including all district directors all over the country.
Lahat?
Lahat po yan. No exception. Although may nagreklamo, why are you doing this to us? Have you proven anything wrong that we have done to TESDA or to the government? Wala naman po. But I appeal to them, please listen to us if we would like to just implement the program.
You wanted to take people out of their, well, somehow,
alam mo na.
siguro
Yes.
comfort zone, ano?
Comfort zone.
But how do you react to a situation like this, sir? That I know that the money has been returned, but when we hear of something like 310 scholars, there were supposed to be 310 scholars and 195 could not be reached for one reason or another. How does that make you feel?
Well, I am very sad about it, but on the part of TESDA, we are now starting our own investigation to punish those who may be held responsible for this. Similarly to the other institution, Technivo Institute also, corporation. We are conducting the investigation right now.
Yeah, and I just want to add to this, this 2015, well, 2017 report of COA done during 2015, the audit was during the year of 2015. It also said that, so 195 of the 310, sir, for various reasons could not be found. Is that a big amount? Napakalaki ho ba ng numerong yun para sa inyo?
Ang napakalaki numero po yan because you are talking of millions of pesos, you know, and this is money coming from the people. And they are expecting us to wisely spend this. This money should go to where it is should go.
And again, this happened in 2015, wala pa ho kayo, but the investigation happened. Inikot niyo na po yung tao pagpasok ninyo. Who did you find, sir, was responsible for this 2015?
Of course, the district the TESDA director. So she is not anymore in that district. She is already assigned somewhere else.
But she's still within TESDA.
Oh yes, she is still with TESDA. But as I said, with this report, I am conducting my own investigation to find out if there is, if this can be treated a criminal, you know.
What kind of complaint?
What kind of criminal action that we can file against her.
Yeah, so now, hindi nyo pa po alam, is that so? What kind of complaint you can file with?
I am waiting for the result of the investigation that we are conducting.
But so far, tinanggal nyo na po siya doon.
Ano, wala na po siya doon.
Okay, and then to add to that, the audit team's validation for the training conducted, there were 77 students, so 195 could not be found out of the 310. Pero meron those 77 students, sir, who revealed that A, they were regular students of AMMA, Fairview, and B, so tama, taga-AMMA po sila, pero Fairview. B, they did not attend a separate TESDA scholarship training in where they were supposed to.
Oh, that is why AMMA decided to return back the full amount.
Yeah.
Because of that problem.
So,
It seems that they did not actually conduct the skills training for the 310.
sir, dun sa 310, ilan ho talaga nag-skills training lang?
Maybe less than 100.
Less than 100.
But we are going to conduct the investigation really on how many of those really attended this skills training.
Let's find out more about the procedure after the break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Coming up, could there be other ghost schools being funded by TESDA? TESDA Chief Jean Mamondiong will still be with us after the break. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, TESDA Chief Jean Mamondiong. For those who might be asking, the Director General does not want to reveal yet the name of the woman behind this, yung pong sinasabi niyong possibly guilty of this, this procedure, or at least this problem raised by COA. Sir, the process, paano ho ba ang TVI kumukuha ng mga estudyante, paano ho kayo nagbabayad, and how do you validate everything, sir?
Ito po nangyari kasi the TESDA has the list of beneficiaries of the students or the scholars, no? And then we ascertain first the absorptive capacity of the training center. Then if we after it is ascertained, then we give them the slot. And we are making sure that we do not go beyond their capacity. That is the procedure now.
When do you pay them? At the end of the school year? After a semester?
No. After the skills training. Immediately after the skills training, we pay the tuition fee of the students.
So it's not being given in advance?
No, we do not do that.
You don't
We
do
not
that. So pagkatapos na po, and the skills training takes how long, sir? More or less? Iba-iba eh. no?
Iba-iba po ito
Yeah.
ranging from number of hours, number of days, number of weeks, number of months.
Pero kailangan matapos po yung course?
Kailangan matapos po yan bago natin binayaran yun.
Okay, the second one that COA raised was called the Technivo Institute Corporation, sir. So COA says that TESDA paid Technivo 1.4 million.
Yes,
Before I
that's
go there, so just so it's clear, yung AMMA meron pa ho in 2016 amounting to another 3.6 million.
Yes.
That's during your time. Kayo na po nakaupo nito? Halfway through?
Halfway, but as far as this scholarship in question, hindi po tayo na-involved doon.
Okay.
Hindi po tayo.
Wala ho kayo doon.
Wala.
All right. Technivo Institute Corporation, 1.4 million, sir, for 270 scholars.
That's
Maybe
true,
some are
that's
asking bakit konti lang yung scholars dito. Ito ho kasi yung bartending. Tama ho ba?
Opo.
Okay. So, for 2016, this is the year 2016, there were supposed to be 270 scholars. And here's the thing, only 28 were found, and 242 could not be reached within the numbers provided, sir.
Ang sabi po ng eskwelahan actually is they have conducted this skills training, you know. That's why they claim payment for this. But again, as I said, we are now conducting our own investigation, and we will require the refund of the tuition fee paid to this school once we have found out that there is irregularities in the conduct of this case.
So far, what do you know? What's your investigation telling you so far, sir? Dito sa Technivo Institute Corporation.
Wala pa naman, but I instructed the team conducting investigation to finish the complete investigation by next week.
Okay, but here's the thing, sir. This Technivo Institute Corporation was supposedly, according to the COA, not registered in the address that they had put. In fact, what they found there apparently was a hotel. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. The office. The office, yes.
Okay, and ang sinabi po naman ng Technivo Institute Corporation is what, sir? How did they defend this?
They have conducted the skills training outside.
Sa labas sa mga barangay?
Yes, lahat ng mga barangays. That's why we have to check on the barangays also because there were certifications allegedly by the barangay officials.
But COA checked, sir, and none of the members of the barangay said that.
We really have to revalidate all this. There might be some falsification involved in this.
Sir, what can you say about the COA report? It's quite extensive, and it almost does the job for you.
I appreciate the COA report. I like the COA report. I am thanking COA for coming out with the report because this serves as a warning to our parties not to do any monkey business with us.
How can you assure, sir, aside from rotating your people, that the true scholars will be put to school, that the right amount will be paid, that there will be no ghost scholars, no ghost schools, no ghost institutions?
That's why we have organized the National Inspectorate of TESDA for the first time to monitor and validate the information we are gathering from the training centers.
But it's been 2 years, sir, since umupo ho kayo.
Yes, we started actually the inspection last year, 2017.
17.
2017.
Maybe you wish you started this earlier, sir?
We should have started earlier, but then funding is very scarce to look for.
Oo, tsaka ang dami po nito.
Ang dami
Because you're
po.
going to look at what, 4,000 training
4,000
centers, sir?
training centers, and we need around we need around 500 inspectors.
How many do you have?
We were able to only organize about 150, and I have to reduce the number of the inspectors because I do not have the fund. What is left now is about 50 only. And we are going to cover more than 4,000 training centers all over the country.
When do you think you will be able to come up with a report on this?
September next month po.
Okay, meron na po yan.
Yes,
So it's
meron
good to
na po yan.
talk about that.
Second week of September, we will have the result of the report.
So, 175 centers have been closed. Sir, pagka-closed yan, hindi na po muling pwedeng...
Hindi na po. Kasi may bad records na po ito. Hindi na po natin pwedeng bigyan muli.
And apart from that, sir, sitting in the TESDA, so much money, of course, there, 2 billion per
2
year.
billion plus, 2 billion plus.
2 billion plus a year, sir. Papaano ho nyo kaya, how can you assure the public that the money really goes to those scholars who are eligible, the true beneficiaries?
Pinky, alam mo, nung ako'y mo po dyan, at ako'y may sa buong Pilipinas, no? I was preparing a cash reward for those people who can report any anomalous transaction involving our officials, no? Up to this day, siguro natatakot. Wala pang talagang nag-report na ganito, claiming about the cash reward. Talagang, wala eh. Talagang may takot. Talagang may takot. Kaya nireshuffle ko itong mga tao natin dito, although talagang sinasabi, complaining, what are you doing to us when we do not have any...
Magkano ho yung cash reward nyo? Baka maliit.
50,000. 50,000.
Taasan nyo, sir. Baka pagtaasan nyo, baka may magsumbong.
Actually, Pinky, talagang mayroon na tayong napaalis na 3 regional directors actually.
Tinanggal na? Since you sat, okay.
Well, I asked them to resign because of, some, although unwritten complaints, no? Mga bulong-bulungan lang sa akin. So I talked to them, please give way to the change that we are doing at TESDA. So they considered our appeal to them. So 3 po ang naparesign natin dito.
Sir, maganda ho kasi yung really the thrust of TESDA, eh. Hindi ho ba? Is really to give a chance to students to be able to train for various siguro jobs, no?
Napaka-importante po ito because our intended beneficiaries actually the poor and the marginalized sector. Kasi yung nasa kalkuliyo, hindi natin kailangan yan. Pero ang pinakamaganda dito ang nangyari po, yung universal access to free tertiary education, and TESDA is included.
Kasama din, no?
Kasama po yan. We have a budget about 9 billion for this, no? And we are going to implement this before the end of the year.
You know, sometimes when you say that, sir, it seems to me that such ang laki po ng perang yun, na sana talaga napupunta sa mga taong nangangailangan.
Pero this time around, kasi we are making sure that it goes to the right beneficiaries, no? Yung mga training centers po natin, and I talk about 123 training centers, yun po, doon po makakaroon ng ano ba ito, training sa programang ito.
Okay. And sir, just for those who may be watching us, who may be interested to apply, papaano ho kaya? Papaano ho ba mapasama sa scholarship ng TESDA?
Alam mo po, this year, I think it was May, nagkaroon na po ng national 2-day enrollment. At maganda naman po ang resulta noon because we have gathered about almost 200,000 people enrolled us, no? And then we have also we did also a special enrollment for the construction because of the build infrastructure program of the government, no?
Opo.
So we are, because this program will generate around 2.2 million jobs or more, as soon as we start the implementation, as we are now training construction workers.
So for those who might be interested, sir, paano ho ba? Paano ba makapasok sa TESDA?
Una kasi mayroon tayong tinatawag na modes of availment of this scholarship. Una po yung sinasabi ko noon, I started with this, sinasabi, alam mo, we wrote letters to the barangay chairman all over the country, and there are 40,000 of them, to nominate people in their barangays. No? So yan po, kinoconsider natin ito. Hanggang ngayon, consider natin yun. And then we have also online application.
Meron din.
May website naman tayo.
Alright, so it's best also to go to the website.
And then walk-in application also.
Ano po?
Walk-in application.
Walk-in, meron din. Baka naman di sila pansinin doon, sir.
No, may dispo doon.
Ayun, that's a walk-in. You can go online and pwede rin kayong lumapit sa inyong mga barangay captain.
That's right.
Sir, no? Para makapasok sa TESDA. TESDA Director General Jean Mamondiong. Sir, I hope that the next time we see you, maganda ng report ng COA.
Opo, we will do that. But I welcome the report.
Yeah.
I welcome the report. I'm very thankful to COA for doing this.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo, sir. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. When we return, did you know that this Britney Spears-inspired cafe is owned by a guy? Find out his story on today's In Focus.